I'll explain the 4 different relationship types and then articulate as well what exactly each one means. I'm sorry about the noise there back there. Not sure why that laptop keeps breathing heavily, especially when I go live. It looks like there's some force out there that doesn't want you. Yes, I mean you to hear what it is that I'm saying. But guess what? We shall overcome. I know that the dark side works 24/7 and does overtime, even beyond the 24/7, given that we have just 24 hours in a day. But guess what? Light and the truth will always prevail. God is bigger than our biggest, our greatest challenge, and God is above our circumstances, and that God lives in you and in me. So don't go looking for God out there. Make that journey in. So what are the 4 kinds of relationships, and what do these relationships actually bespeak? We've got relatives, we've got family, we've got friends, and we've got acquaintances. Who's family? People with whom you share values and with whom you've got sanguineal relationships, blood relationships. That's family. Now, if you share a blood relationship with someone but you don't share the same values, then that person is a relative. How you choose to relate with your relative is a matter for you. It's your prerogative. You just shouldn't confuse a relative with a family member. A relative member with a family member. You don't want to be confused with those two. One with the other, one for the other. It's a recipe for disaster. We'll understand, we'll come to explain what values are, so there's no confusion. Who is a friend? A friend is someone with whom you do not have any blood relationship, but you share values. You have a common value system. We just shared, for instance, earlier on today, we talked about the tenets of Mindset Boulevard, the Morris ethos, principles, scruples, and the values. That's the value system of Mindset Boulevard. I outsource all my relationships to this value system, so I don't have to worry about how I relate or do not relate with you. I don't decide whether you're going to be my best friend, closest to me, or whether you're going to move away from me. I don't push you, I don't pull you. I let you settle where you feel comfortable. For me, I just be and I do me. If there's something you need to hear, I'll tell you. I'll love you, I'll hold you, I'll massage you, and I will tell you. What you do with it is a you problem. It's not mine. but I have a responsibility to ensure that I deliver that message in a way that is conducive, in a way that is compassionate, in a way that is socially acceptable. Notice I did not say, and I want to underline this, I did not say politically correct. I did not say diplomatically, because diplomacy is the reason lots of things go wrong. Sometimes I'm in a situation and I get feedback, and I have to stop, take stock and ask myself, was that a compliment or was it a denigrate? I'm not sure anymore. Were they saying I did amazingly well, or were they saying I was completely rubbish? And I think that's a serious problem, and it's a big predicament. So we talked about the friend. The friend is someone with whom we share values, but we don't share blood relationships. And of course, the acquaintance is someone with whom we neither share blood nor values. Someone with whom we share interests. So you will notice that we live in a day and age where the principles in and within LinkedIn have been ported and deployed in what used to be genuine friendship circles. So you have the friendship circle today that has become a social construct, a set of people who come together because they have similar interests and they support one another and each other through those interests. Nothing to do with a value system. In fact, they don't scratch beneath the surface, and even when they do, occasionally, they know that it is a cosmetic exercise and nobody is meant to go too deep or to expect that the other would change off the back of the feedback that has been provided. But we can talk about it, of course. So there's this congenial slum everyone subscribes to, but nobody really takes seriously. I've seen it enough, long enough, to know that that is the status quo until and unless we go through team building, which is what relationship building is really all about. Storming, norming, forming, storming, norming, and then eventually performing. What are values? See, when we talk about respect, especially for someone who's coming from an African context, respect in Africa, for the most part, traditionally means, especially if you're dealing with a dad, you do what dad says when he says. If he says jump, the question is how high. He's the authority figure at home. And so everybody else looks at dad. Who's this man whom, when he shows up, the whole place quakes? Everyone is at his beck and call. He snaps his finger and things seem to happen. And so, for a child growing up, not mature enough, they see that and they think everybody loves dad. And they start looking up to dad. And so their concept of respect, and behold, lo and behold, when they need love and compassion, they turn to mom. But they all want to be like dad. That's command and authority. And they confuse that with respect. They don't realize that it is fear. So they think everyone loves and respects dad. They don't realize that everyone is afraid of dad and aligning themselves so they can be in dad's good books. So when the crumbs fall, their ration is guaranteed. I'll say that again. They do everything in their power to be in the good books of that authority figure so that when the chips fall, when the crumbs start tumbling, their ration is guaranteed. There's this noise going on out there. I wish I could go out and close the window or ask someone to take a break, for crying out loud. But that's what happens with live streams.